Hello everybody! Welcome to the stream, my Psyquine students. I hope you all are having a lovely day today. So, what I have decided to do today is work some more on the science classroom for you. Mostly off stream, I've been working on Coach Terrera's office. It's pretty much done. Pretty much almost done. All the art assets and the puzzles and everything. And after Coach Terrera's office is done, I'm going to hand it off to programmer Caius for him to put in-game and then program the puzzles with. So that's doing pretty well. That's going well, thankfully. Probably one of the next environment things I'll be streaming after the science classroom is the Resonetics classroom, or Miss Nanatalk's classroom, which will also have some puzzles in it. So yeah. The Y Rose Productions says, Allo, watching 3D texturing while working on 3D modeling, good times for me. That's great. I hope you have no art block whatsoever and you get everything you want modeled perfectly well. By the way, to today's background music is called Dreaming in Vanarana, relaxing Genshin Impact music, Sumeru OST compilation. How many classrooms are in the game altogether? I think there's 6. 6, I'm pretty sure. Alright, well, with that, work mode activated. So as you can see, I've just started by putting the stuff in engine. And have started by doing some rough colors on them. I still want to figure out exactly what colors I want to put on these though. Not sure how dark I should go. I am sure I will figure it out. But for now, I have to figure out what I'm going to do with this curvature map. 1 second. Does that work? No. Does that work? No. That's not working. That somewhat works, I guess. Are we going to see the nurse's office? Yes, I actually have already finished the nurse's office. That one is already in game. Okay, now let's try doing 50%. Maybe a little more than 50%. Let's try 30%. I guess that looks pretty good. Can we see it? No. Not right now. Digging the wrought iron look for the classroom furniture. Thanks! I was really excited about doing the wrought iron stuff. Let's go ahead and start with the bench here, the stool. Are the student dorm rooms going to have puzzles? It depends on what you count as puzzles. There's going to be side quests in the dorm rooms, but not like, I wouldn't say puzzles necessarily. There's going to be some side quests and mini games, though. The Cats Library says, how come pastels look good even though the values are so similar, but having a bunch of darker jewel tones needs some neon or other contrasting light color? I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that. I'd have to see some examples to properly answer that question. From my experience when working with darker jewel tones, I usually have to have neutrals to balance them out. Oh, we got the lawnmower outside again. As usual. Sorry about that. Oh, by the way, hold on. Let me go ahead and do another super chat goal. Let's go for $10 super chats. Let's go for 5. Our goal will be 5 $10 super chats. And just now that we're doing texturing, I can finally give you guys the little secret message reward again. So, if you donate $10 through the super chat, you will get to write a secret message on the texture. Alright. So, just like with my other texturing streams, what will happen is, if you donate $10, you can put in the chat a appropriate message to hide on the texture somewhere. It will be buried in the texture, so the players will not be able to see it, but it will be in the game. So it'll be a little secret message. And who knows, maybe players will be able to see it if they're able to clip through somehow, or look at it in a model viewer. Thank you for the 10 jewels. Taylor Edwards. edges of the chair. Something I'm also gonna try is adding some shadows to the sides using a little technique. One moment, let me go ahead and do that. Hold on a second, I need to check something. Okay. I thought it might have been overlapping with something else on the UVs, but I guess not. Oh my goodness, Taylor Edwards. Thank you very much for your $10 donation. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's the lawnmower again. I think it's actually... Yeah, it's one of those big ones that people ride on. Sorry about that, guys. Taylor Edwards donated $10 and says the message they wanted to put is, it's over 9,000. Very classic. You had to do a DBZ reference? Fair enough, fair enough. Let's see, where should I put that? Where is a secret place on this thing that I could put a secret message? I guess right in here. 1 second. Get right in here. Alright, let's see if I can put the message here. Sorry, it's gonna be a little pixelated, but hopefully it should still be readable. It's... over 9,000. There we go. Secretly inside the desk is another message. Thank you so much for your donation. I really appreciate it. Very much so. They didn't really have, Yeah, you've got me thinking of what kind of comics they would have there. Now, I will say I have some ideas for what kind of comics are in their world, because there's gonna be some stuff involving comic books in the game. A side character. So it should be... Don't worry, it will be addressed. You will see some fun comic stuff. Yeah. Darkwing Duck reference would be awesome. I don't know. This is usually the most boring part of texturing furniture, is doing all these edges. Okay, there we go. Now, let's do some lines here. Do I like Dragon Ball Z? No, not really. I haven't seen it before. Oh, Taylor Edwards says, I had to pay $10, but I told Markiplier about your game. Oh my gosh, thank you very much. Much appreciated. Was that on like a live stream or something? Was he able to react to it? I'm not sure if he's even able to react to all the $10 donations he gets on streams. He probably gets a lot. That's very kind of you, Taylor. Thank you. Well, I appreciate the effort anyway. It's very kind. Cartoon Addict says, what does the crown by my name mean? It usually means that you are one of the people talking the most in chat during a specific stream. So you're at number 3, so that means you're the third most common chatter on today's stream. Also, thank you to Cringe Normie for subscribing to my channel. Welcome, Cringe Normie. I hope I'm not too not cringe and not normie for you. Ah, who am I kidding? I'm a cringe, not normie. Whoop, I'm annoying? No, 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 no. That is not what I'm saying at all. You're the one you're the third person helping keep this chat alive today. So you get the crown. I'm wondering how I should do the top of the stool. Should I do wood or... Oh, it looks like this part is supposed to be metal. 1 second. There you go. Let's go ahead and do some edge work on the fence too. I've said this already before on stream, but the more I see about Wildwood from Laika, the more excited I am about it. It should be a lot of fun. Oh. Uh-oh. That's strange. Looks like the playlist has ended. Oh no! Hold on. Let's do... Oh, we haven't done this in a while. Let's do 1 hour of Hat in Time calming music. I love the music in this game. All right. Well, yeah, Pixar tends to do original stories. Alright, cool. We finally did the edges on that fence. Finally. How about this? Sink. Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon shares pretty much nothing with its book counterpart. Well, not nothing, but you know what I mean. They're very, very different. But honestly, good. I like the movie version a lot better. I did read the original one when I was a kid, but the movie version is a lot cooler. Both are good, but movie cooler. 100%. Drawing these edges is probably so boring. Sorry. Maybe I should do something else. Taylor asks, when are you going to animate the Kerrigan creature? I'm curious about that one. It looks like it has the face of an owl. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Not sure. But yeah, I think the Kerrigan would be a good one to stream for sure. Maybe I'll stream that one next week. Oh, you met the author of We're Back, a Dinosaur Story? I remember watching that movie when I was a kid. I thought it was super weird. Then again, a lot of Don Bluth movies were super weird. That was a Don Bluth movie, right? I remember having a DVD of the movie Rock-a-Doodle when I was a kid, and I watched that a lot. And it's weird, when I was a kid, I liked that movie, but I also kind of didn't at the same time, because I just thought it was really, really weird. It's such a strange movie. It's like one of those movies that feel like a fever dream you had when you were a kid. Does anyone else remember Rock-a-Doodle? I don't even know whether I could say it's bad or not. It's just bizarre. Oh, it was made by Amblimation, Spielberg's animation studio before DreamWorks. Gotcha, gotcha. is loud. Do lawnmowers exist on this planet? I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. Some of the stuff I've been playing recently is the new Genshin Impact update and expansion for Snezhnaya, which is the Russian-inspired region, and that update has been super fun. The story quest was awesome. I enjoyed it so much. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should go ahead and play some Snezhnaya music. That music is so good! Hold on, let me find it, Alright, let's do this. Let's do Snezhnaya music from Genshin Impact. Oh yeah. Admittedly, I don't really care for Frozen, but I hope Frozen 3 is good. It would be nice if at least one of the Frozen movies was good. Sorry, hot take. I understand why people like them, though. I had no problem with Frozen being popular. I just don't think it was a good movie. In my opinion. Again, I understand why people like it. I just personally don't like it. I don't know. It's a complicated discussion. And I don't want to bum anyone out. I like the music in Frozen. I think it's good. It just feels shallow to me, I guess. Like it's not really thought through very well. The story. Don't you mean cold take? Okay, you got me. Ah, I see I'm not alone, musical programmer. Ivana says, why does this sound like Frozen mixed with Dark Beauty Castle from Epic Mickey? Understandable, I can see what it does sound like that. Yeah, K-pop Demon Hunters. I heard that Golden surpassed Frozen Let It Go on view count on YouTube, which is kind of insane to me. I didn't think that was possible. I actually prefer Let It Go as a song, but it's cool to see K-pop Demon Hunters get that popular. When it came out, I did not expect it to get that popular. I like K-pop Demon Hunters more than Frozen though. Even if I don't think that technically K-pop Demon Hunters is a very, very good movie or anything. I think it's an okay movie, but I did like it a lot. It kind of felt at the same quality of like a Barbie movie. Like a direct-to-DVD Barbie movie, where it's not technically that good of a film, but it's very fun and cute and entertaining and has good music, so you kind of just don't care. I hope that makes sense. It feels very tailored to young girls, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think that's very cute.
I love this track so much.
I'm looking forward to that Legend of Zelda movie. Everything I've seen about it looks pretty good. I've always been someone who's extremely kind of hated the idea of a live-action Zelda movie because I felt like they would never be able to capture it in live action, but everything I've seen from that movie actually looks pretty darn good. I'm not even a hater. Not even a hater. I thought I would be the #1 live-action Zelda movie hater, but I'm not. At least not yet. Let's hope it sticks the landing. No, I think Link should talk. I think Link should definitely talk. He's always talked in canon. And it worked really well in the Zelda comics too. Especially the Twilight Princess manga. If he doesn't talk, it'd be even weirder to me, honestly. How did Judith become part of Gina's Bat Clan? Good question. She was kind of... when Judith became Gina's friend, Gina was doing different acting stuff at that time. She was doing another kind of, like, method acting thing. So Judith was already friends with Gina when Gina started getting super into warrior bats. Oh, sorry, the music. Oh, I have to listen to the music. Listen to that. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Anyway, when Gina got into her warrior bat phase, she just kind of automatically inducted Judith into the Nightclaw clan. She's just like, well, Judith's my friend, and I've known her a long time, so therefore she is part of my Nightclaw clan. Judith didn't really get a choice in the matter. I wonder why it reminds you of warrior cats. There might be some reason behind that, I wonder. No, I'm not a Warrior Cats fan, actually. I wasn't allowed to read them when I was a kid, and I'm not really sure why. I think my mom just, like, looked in one for a little bit, and she's like, I don't want you reading it. I'm not sure why. I think she thought there was some kind of mystical stuff in it, and she didn't want... I don't know. But, so then when I got older, I kind of aged out of the demographic that would be interested in it, so I just never read them. But what I did read when I was younger was Wings of Fire, which is kind of a very similar thing, except with dragons. And I really liked the Wings of Fire books. Did anyone else read Wings of Fire? Uh-oh, is my internet's crapping out? Oh no, it just ended. Alright, now we are doing Journey Through Snezhnaya, complete day and night exploration soundtrack. Hello there, Lowest Expectations. Welcome in. As y'all probably could have guessed and probably know already, I read a lot of Nancy Drew books when I was a kid. I also read a couple Hardy Boys. I read, of course, A Series of Unfortunate Events. Those were my favorites. I read a lot of books when I was homeschooled. A lot of American Girl books. My favorite American Girl was Felicity, and I had the doll of her. Actually, when I might have shared the story already, but I'll share it again because maybe y'all haven't heard it. But when I was younger and homeschooled, maybe I was like 6 years old, I think. Yeah, maybe around 6 years old. Maybe I was older. I don't remember. It seems probably about 6 years old. Or 7. My mom decided to introduce me to the American Girl doll books. And so she had a bunch of them. The first book in the series for each girl. And so she laid them all out in front of me and she said, okay, which time period we're going to study next depends on which American Girl book you pick. What girl do you want to start with? And so I decided to pick Felicity because I thought she was super cute because she had this red hair and ponytail. That's why I picked her, because she had red hair in her ponytail, and I thought it was awesome, and I wanted red hair when I was a kid. So because of that, my mom was like, okay, we'll start with Felicity. And she decided to make an entire curriculum around the American Revolution, and she designed these trading cards of historical figures from the American Revolution for me to collect and use to study. And also we would read books about the American Revolution. We would read all the Felicity books together and watch shows like Liberty's Kids. Liberty's Kids was so fun. That was such a good way to learn about the American Revolution. But anyway, we did a whole unit all about the American Revolution, and she said if I did well enough, she would get me a special reward. And I was able to get enough points from the curriculum and do well enough and learn well enough. And then one day she took me up to one of our our kind of teaching room, and she showed me Felicity, the American Girl doll Felicity, sitting there in her little box, brand new. And from that moment on, she became my favorite toy that I had when I was a kid, and one of my most precious memories. So that was one of my favorite things I ever did when I was homeschooling, was the American Revolution learning unit, with the reward of being an American Girl doll, which at the time, this is like around 2006. My family was not doing very well financially, so getting an American Girl doll was like a huge deal. That was a huge treat to get during that time, because they're like $100. So that's one of my core childhood memories. and I ended up playing so many games with my Felicity doll, and Mom and I would make little things for her to play with. Like, we would make her a passport so I could play airplane with her, and I would set up little pillows and chairs to make an airplane. My uncle would get me these $50 American Girl gift cards for Christmas, and we would go to the American Girl store and pick out something for Felicity. It was so fun. Really good memories. Homeschooling was fun because it was a bunch of reading, usually. And documentaries and museums. The reason I love museums and documentaries so much is because of my mom doing that with homeschooling. So many days I would just be sitting there watching documentaries on Netflix. Once Netflix had streaming anyway. Usually we would get documentaries from the library. Spend a lot of time at the library when you're a homeschooler. It was really fun. The Glendale Library was my favorite library. It was it was so big and had such a... Now that I'm older, I kind of know, I can actually describe what I felt when I would go there. When I was a kid, it felt like just this big, mysterious space that I kind of felt intimidating, but also cozy at the same time. And now that I'm older, I can articulate that better by saying it was a liminal space. Basically, the Glendale Library felt like a cozy liminal space. Cozy, brutalist, liminal space. And that's probably one of the reasons I enjoyed it so much. And of course there were the reading programs that I loved to do. For me, it was so easy completing all those summer reading programs because I was always reading. Especially if I was reading something that Mom assigned for me to read. I could just put that on the reading list. I remember getting like little erasers or free books from the library's summer reading program. Those were good days. Despite having not much money at the time, my mom really tried her best to make that a very educational and good environment for me. She's a very smart lady. She is the reason why I love writing so much. She always encouraged me to make my own stories. Did you name Kitty Roo after her? Yeah, pretty much. How many Warrior Bat clans are there? I don't know for sure. There's an Odd Ones Out video summarizing the first series of Warrior Cats. Oh, maybe I should watch that to get some more context. Anybody working on anything while watching this stream? Or playing any games while watching? Taylor says, I'm trying to work on my fairy tales. Very nice, very nice. Oscar says, after 3 months writer's block, I'm finally back on editing my Dionia book. Nice, nice. Very good. And Eileen Rose says, currently rebuilding one of my building models. I accidentally made the poly count so high Blender could not open the darn thing. I have about 75% of it resolved. Jeez. Well, I'm glad you're able to fix that. Question, Inkros. Who is the nurse in your thumbnail? Are you working on her too? The nurse, her name is Nurse Violet. And she is the nurse. That's, I mean, yeah. She's the school nurse. The reason why she's on the thumbnail is because after the science teacher is kidnapped at the start of the game, she steps in as substitute science teacher. Yeah, her name is Nurse Violet, but she's pink. That's kind of the joke. And pink isn't violet. Does she have qualifications for that? Kind of. Lowest Expectations says, playing Satisfactory, working on a crazy big factory that requires a lack of sanity to complete. That sounds fun. I've heard that that's a very satisfying game. Musical Programmer says, jamming on the keyboard while watching the stream. Sounds weird when I say it. No problem, no problem. What are you jamming on the keyboard for, though? Are you writing something or working on something? If you want to share, of course. Okay. Pretty sure the edges are done, at least for now. Okay, next let's try doing... some lightning. Musical programmer says, been trying to do the Ocean Etude by Chopin, but I like stimulating my brain by changing it up into different genres. Hey, that's pretty cool. Hammering those keys. For sure. All right. Okay, now I think we can finally get to some painting. A lot of work. Oh, why am I not in work mode anymore? Hold on. Hold on, my YouTube studio is not working. One moment. YouTube Studio is being annoying. One moment. Okay, my internet in general is being kind of weird. Yeah, YouTube is being strange for me. Sorry, I can't see the chat right now. One moment. Okay, now I can see the chat again. Cat's Library says, is it socially acceptable for Noivessans to marry people of the same family color, or is that like marrying someone with the same surname? Of course, it's completely fine if it's a different family. Marrying within the family, obviously that's not a good idea. But even if a family has the same color, it doesn't mean that they're related, you know? So if they have the exact same family color, it's completely fine, as long as they're not literally related. It's part of the same family. After all, like I've said before, there's only so many colors you can have. And there's a lot of families in this world. So, yeah. Stream still looks good here? Okay, good. How does the color system work in Noirmore Academy? Well, that's kind of a long question to answer. One moment. Let me get started on this. Okay, so the color system is just whatever your family's crest color is the color that you have as your accent color. But if you are an orphan or you've been kicked out of your family, then your color is black. And if you are part of the clergy or in a specific religious sect, usually the color is white. That's sort of the long and short of it. What about the golden part? The gold is the blood, yeah. Their blood is golden, because that's how their magic system works. It kind of conducts the power through their bodies. What does someone with a gold family color mean? There probably aren't any. Not with, like, proper gold. Like, you could have orange and yellow, but literally the color of gold probably isn't a thing. At least not in Corvethian culture. There might be something more like that in maybe another culture. No, there no metallic colors basically for family colors. All right. Does Moonstone count? I don't know. Sorry. There we go. That's looking good, I think. Thank you. Again, I'm sorry if the rest of the stream was a little busy because I was just doing the same thing over and over again. But I think now you guys can see why I was doing what I was doing. Because it all builds up on top of each other, huh? 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 What do you mean, pun? I don't. Did I make a pun? I don't know. Okay, by the way, for those who don't know, hold on. If you would like to donate to the stream and help support the stream, you can get a message of your choice hidden and written on one of these models somewhere, and it will be in the final game as well, as long as it's appropriate. If you donate $10 super chat, you can write a message secretly on the furniture somewhere, and it will end up in the final game. For example, here's one message that was secretly added in by Tailored Edwards for donating $10. So if you'd like to add in a secret message as well, you can donate 10 or more to the super chat, and you will get your secret message in the game. All right, shilling over. Well, there's no problems if you can't. I'm just glad you're here. I wonder what the guys who did A Hat in Time are doing now. It feels like I haven't heard anything from them in a very long time. Hold on. Is that all they have done? So they've published a couple games, but they've still only done A Hat in Time. Huh. I have that figure, by the way. That little one of her walking. It's so cute. Oh, I also have this pin, too, of the little spinning thing. Huh. I wonder what they're working on. Alright guys, my stream stuff is not working super well here. I might have to go ahead and end pretty soon. My YouTube in general is just not really working right at the moment. Have you thought of sometime? Have you thought of sometimes to say hi to them? Who do you mean? Oh my gosh, my YouTube is just not working. That's crazy. Okay guys, I think I do have to end this stream. It's just things are being strange right now and not working properly. No, my YouTube Studio literally is not opening on my browser. My browser is refusing to open YouTube properly. Okay, well, I'll just stream a little longer, I guess. Hopefully it'll get fixed. Can I ask about that tall chair? What chair? Hello, Aurora watches shorts. Welcome to the stream. Oh, do you mean this? I'm not working on a really tall chair right now. I'm actually working on a lamp. It's based on this lamp right here. It's just not complete right now. I'm gonna be copy and pasting this part around to make it a complete lantern when I'm done texturing it. Do they do tattoos on this planet? Probably, but it's not very common. So technically those gold ring things on their bodies and faces, those are technically a form of tattoo. Not the ones on their horns though, those are natural. How tall was that lamp? Pretty tall. Yeah, they have rings that are just for fashion too. Yeah, no problem, Aurora. Have fun with your OC. I will say though, I'm probably gonna head off now. Got some stuff to do. Epic lamp. Thank you very much. I'm glad you like the lamp. I've got some stuff to do, so I'm probably gonna head out now, guys. Thank you guys so much for supporting the stream. Really appreciate all of your love and support. I will see you guys next week. Not sure what I'll be streaming next. Depends on what needs to be done. I'll probably do some kind of animal or creature or something so that it's not so boring to watch. But anyway.